Well, I think we're about, I don't know, 3 days away from a year worth of making YouTube videos. And we're right back in the exact paddock where the first video started. Kind of funny enough, I just realized. So it'd be interesting to go back and look and see what things look like, although I'm afraid I know it's not as good this year as it was last year due to that 4 month of no rain drought, but we're making do. Managing intensively in a management intensive grazing process, making the best with what we have, instead of just letting them go all year, and seeing what ends up happening with them. We're out here every day moving them, supplementing with hay, changing paddock sizes, doing whatever we got to do to try to get the best performance we can out of these animals while also regenerating our land. So I was so excited about the growth potential this year after finally putting some money and effort into liming the property over the last winter, and then that drought hit. But anyway, we've learned lessons. We've been over those before. So now we're just kind of grazing the last bits of residual. I mean, it's December 17th and we're still able to graze some, but we've been pretty heavily supplementing with hay. So another lesson learned is when you're going through a drought, so is everyone else around you. So don't expect there to be a lot of hay available because everyone needs it. Yeah, just still learning, having trouble finding hay. But we're praying through it, and God keeps providing in ways that only He can, which makes Him even more undeniable to me. So this has just been a great learning experience. This year of grazing has been tough, but how dumb would I be to think I could just graze these beautiful animals and delicious, tasty animals my whole rest of my life without experiencing troubles. That's where we learn. So we're learning. But just grazing what little grass we have left. I mean, it's getting down to it. Getting down to it. There's still some green, even though we've had some 20-degree nights, 30, 35 to 40-degree days. But today's like one of those upper 40s days. The sun's out. It's beautiful. And the animals are happy. The sheep are going to be lambing soon, which is definitely not what I was not my timetable I wanted, but I guess old Car Ramrod over here took his time breeding them. This is his first year breeding, his first time breeding these sheep, and he's a stud. I mean, he's a good-looking dude, but I don't know if he wasn't ready or if they weren't ready or what, but I would have expected us to be lambing already, and they're not even a week or two away. I mean, I'd still say they have more time than that. So lambing in the winter time is not what we were looking for, but something else to manage through. We'll just have to take it as it comes. The one benefit to that will be we'll have bigger lambs come harvest time in the fall, as long as they all make it through the first couple days of potentially cold days and nights. So more lessons learned there. Controlling the breeding a little better. Controlling lots of things better. There's always things to learn. If you're not learning, you're not living, a good friend of mine, my best friend, says. So we're trying to learn, and long-term learning, not just learning a hard lesson and then repeating the mistake, which I often do that. So we're working on long-term learning, lessons that will last a lifetime that we can apply to better animal production and better land regeneration as we go forward with this. But for as tough as it's been finding hay and with the weather, animals looking good. We just shipped 3 steers off to the butcher a couple days ago, which will take some pressure off the land. And we're still going to cull one more cow that just has been one on the cull list for a while. And when you're short on grass, you got to get rid of animals. That's what we've been doing all season. Probably didn't do it early enough, but she's been nursing that fine young bull calf next to her. But he's plenty big to be weaned, and I think it's time for her to go. But Red Pepper over there, he's like a little over half. I don't know how you would do the ratio, but call him half South Pole, half Hereford. He's a stud of a little bull calf, or I guess he's a steer calf now. So I don't know, she puts out good calves, but she herself never looks great. It's one of those tough decisions. But she does put out good calves when they're alive. She had one stillborn calf, so that's the issue. None of the other cows have ever had a stillborn except for her, which immediately puts her on the cull list. But the calves that she has had have been awesome because she's a big milk producer. So more decisions to be made. Old Becky's still looking big and fat, which is good. Light down there, the red one at the bottom of the hill, she's looking great. All the mamas that should be pregnant now are looking really good. The yearlings here that'll be up for harvest next year, they're looking good. Everyone's looking good. The calves are growing up, so can't complain. Definitely makes you appreciative just being out here on a day where it'd probably just be sitting inside. Kind of a cool day, but you get out here and just stand and watch, and it's beautiful.